Hey, what's up? This is Donna St. Louis. I was just doing a video and then all of a sudden all my internet connectivity broke, decided that it wanted to go kaputs. So I decided to do this one more time and hopefully we don't have any internet connectivity issues. All right. So I was talking about that. I was at this event on Friday, and the CEO of the event kind of came out and he said that his son was talking to him about the difference between being grateful and being thankful. And it really got me to thinking and kind of looking at it and looking at relationships and people in regards to how we treat these relationships just a little bit differently. And so I want to talk about the difference between being grateful and thankful, and also how we pass on debt to people, especially around the holidays, but we do it basically all year, and how the good deeds that we do for people may actually be extremely selfish based on how we handle those. And this is also something for you to think about, especially in your business, and definitely right now during the holidays. All right. So first of all, who am I? My name is Donna St. Louis. I am CEO of High Profit Zone. I haven't been on for a while because, quite honestly, I've been working my butt off. I did this huge event for Microsoft. I've had a couple of other events come up. And so the end of the year has really been kind of crazy, and it's kind of calming down now. And it won't kick into high gear again until January 8th. But until then, we are still making sure that everybody is doing what they need to do in order to get ready for 2020 so they can open 2020 doing huge amounts of sales. In fact, we're doing a 2020 challenge within my own High Profit Zone group, where we take 20 people and we're doing a chase to $5 million in 20 weeks for those 20 people. Yeah, that's $250,000 per person, and we're doing that chase to $250,000 per person, or a chase to $5 million right there at the beginning of the year. So that's the kind of stuff that we do in our group. Also, I have a huge boot camp that's coming up. We were going to do it in February, around February 21st, but I think we're going to have to move it out to March, only because my schedule, I've gotten booked a lot for February, and so we're going to probably need to go ahead and move it out to March, but I'll be letting you guys know that. All right. So what's up, Holly, David, Chu, Brita, how are you guys doing? I'm going to talk about something that is a little controversial for people. And quite honestly, they get uncomfortable about it when I talk about this, because they have to take the mirror and kind of look at themselves, and they don't necessarily want to. But this is something I really, really want you to think about, especially now, especially for the holidays, and especially not only how you give gifts if you're doing gift exchanges, but how you receive them. All right. So we were talking about the difference between thankful and grateful. Yeah, Holly, bring birthday cake because it's going to be your birthday. So the difference between grateful versus thankful. So the thing is that being thankful or thanking someone is transactional in a very instant way, right? Thankful is instantly transactional. Someone opens the door for you, you say thankful. And by the way, I really wish diarrhea on anyone who does not say thank you to the person who opens the door for them. Someone passes you the salt, you say thank you. Someone moves out of the way or whatever, you say thank you. Right? It's very transactional. It's very, very instant, right? That's when you're being thankful. Grateful is different. Gratitude has a depth to it of significance. And the deeper that gratitude is, the higher the debt is that the person who is on the receiving end feels like they have to pay. What's up, Lucky? What's up, McDonald? What's up, Steve? So this is important. I'm going to say it again. The deeper so thankfulness is instant transaction. Gratitude is a much deeper transaction, and it is based on how the other person feels. And the deeper that transaction, the more of a debt they feel like they owe to you. This is where people totally screw this up, and they go from being kind to being selfish. And it is a super fine line. And right now, there's going to be a whole bunch of people who absolutely disagree with me or hate me, and that's absolutely fine. You can unfriend, unlike, but here it is. Those people who give something significant to another person, and you do not allow that other person to re-give back to you or to pay it back, you are selfish. You are the ultimate in selfishness, in fact. And let me go ahead and explain to you why. So you go, I'm going to let my cousin sleep on my couch for 6 months. That is the gift that you are giving to your cousin, that you allow them to sleep on your couch for 6 months, and they feel grateful for you doing it. At the end of that 6 months, once they figure things out and they've gotten on their feet, they want to pay you back because they feel like they owe you a debt of gratitude. And what do you say? No, don't worry about it. It's okay. You're a horrible person. Seriously, you are. And here's why. It is called a debt of gratitude because the person who is grateful feels like they owe you something. So they are carrying around this weight. And the only way they can get rid of it is to pay you back or wait till you die and pay it forward. Seriously. So they're holding this weight and you will not allow them to release it. Even if all you said was, hey, you know what? How about we just go out to dinner? When people feel like they owe me something, when they feel that way, even if I tell them they don't owe me anything, I still allow them to pay me back. Not because I want the thing that they're giving to me, but because I want them to feel released of the thing that they owe. When you don't allow people to pay back a debt of gratitude, when you don't allow them to do something nice for you, you are selfish. So, for example, I know people that every Christmas spend thousands of dollars on Christmas gifts, thousands of dollars. And they give out Christmas gifts like they're passing out Skittles at Halloween. And yet and still, they will not allow other people to give them gifts. They literally are passing on a debt of gratitude and then not allowing people to pay them back. So those people feel like shit. And you're making them feel like shit. You feel like a superstar because you gave out gifts, and they feel like shit because they couldn't give you anything. They feel horrible. And you are a horrible person for doing it. And all your selflessness of giving, you are very selfish for not allowing them to give back to you. So you really need to think about that, right? Thank you, David. And so I love that he said it's well said, even though I said shit. And so what it causes you to be is kind of like this accidental gift. And and if you put a monetary value to it, if you go buy someone something for $1,000, just for argument's sake, they feel like they have $1,000 debt of gratitude that they're carrying around, and they want to find a way to repay you. It doesn't mean they have to give you something that's $1,000 worth of financial value, but maybe taking you out to dinner, buying you a drink, doing something fun, whatever it is, but allow them to release the weight of the debt. It is one of the reasons that now that the holidays have come around, it is so rare that I buy people gifts because I can afford to buy some really crazy, nobody rile me up. I can really afford to buy some crazy, expensive, ridiculous gifts. But what I've learned is this, the gifts, I don't want to say the gifts aren't appreciated, but the debt of gratitude that the person owes is not. So that's why people would prefer for me to say, hey, why don't we go out to dinner? Or let's have drinks. Or why don't we just get the whole family together and do some kind of silly gift exchange? Or why don't we just get the whole family together and we all exchange ugly sweaters or something like that. But where we screw this up, and we do it every single Christmas, is that we buy these things and then people feel like they owe to us, and then we won't take the gift back. And here's the thing. Why don't you take the gift back? Why will you not accept the gift? Because you don't want to feel like you owe people, but you want to make other people feel like they owe you. It's crap. It makes you an accidental Grinch. You are a bad person. I am telling you right now. If you're the person right now who buys gifts for everyone else, but you will not allow people to buy a gift for you, you're a bad person. You're selfish. I just called it, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with calling it, by the way, because you are literally passing on a debt to other people, and it's wrong, right? And it's where we've really screwed up our holidays and our gift giving, right? It's one of the reasons why I don't even want big gifts for my birthday. I would prefer to have amazing experiences, because it's something that I feel like we can do together rather than something that I get by myself. Anyway, I want you to think about that. I want you to think about, are you being selfish? Are you passing along debt? Are you being transactional, which is thank you? Or are you passing on a debt of gratitude, which is causing people, I love Elizabeth. Elizabeth's like, I'll accept gifts. Yes, you will, honey. And Merry Christmas to you, Lisa. How are you doing? So it's something for you guys to think about, really. Are you passing on, when you give out a gift, are you also passing on a debt of gratitude that the other person feels like they have to carry like a weight and that they cannot pay back? Because if that's the case, then be careful in regard to how you give gifts. Like I said, I'm really big on creating experiences, because then I know that it's something that all of us can equally enjoy. And it's not about the money, and it's not about the monetary exchange. It's, I cannot enjoy this as much if you weren't here. So you are literally paying your debt as we enjoy something together. So I'm more likely to give out an experience than I am to give out a gift, because a gift has too much weight associated to it in regards to a debt of gratitude. So anyway, that's something for you to think about. And I just love that when I went out to dinner the other night, that the CEO of a company brought up the difference between thankfulness and a debt of and gratefulness. And it really, really hit home in regards to, what are you doing that keeps people from being allowed to do for you? And why do you carry this debt with you? Oh, this is the last thing, by the way. When someone carries a debt of gratitude that they feel like they cannot or have not paid back, they tend to feel guilty. Yes. So along with that debt of gratitude that you're passing along when you gave them the big shiny gift, you're also passing along, when you don't allow them to pay it back, you're also passing along guilt that they have to deal with until they can pay it back. And it is a horrible, horrible feeling. So in all your giving, you're actually hurting. So think about what you give as well, and think about what you receive. I'm actually kind of funky about receiving gifts that I don't feel like the person is going to let me, and I don't want to say repay, but that I don't know how to return the gratitude, because they won't let me. If they won't let me, I'm not going to spend my entire existence feeling guilty because I have this debt of gratitude that I can't pay back, right? And so it's something for you to think about, especially during this holiday season. Are you overspending so people feel like, and people end up feeling like shit, because at the end of the day, they have this debt of gratitude that they can never pay back, and now they feel guilty about it. And you have this expectation that they're going to owe you for the rest of your life, even though you said that you didn't, so that you could bring it up later like, I did blah, blah, blah. You got to think about that, because this is one of those things that might actually be doing more harm than good, especially during this holiday season. So maybe instead of giving out gifts, maybe create experiences that you can share in, that both of you want to share in, or all of you want to share in, and maybe do something a little different. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. It was a great topic that the CEO brought up. I really enjoyed it, but it really got me to thinking about gratefulness, thankfulness, selfishness, debt, and guilt. So don't be an accidental Grinch by giving more than people can repay. Talk to you later. Have a good one.